Hello everybody and welcome back to FX Street. Today we're going to be taking a look at the screener, right? It's Monday and that's what we do. We scope out the coins that have a lot of potential for the upcoming week. If not the week, for at least the first few days of the week. So as always, let me just give you a quick outlook of what the screener is, what are the metrics that I've included here, and what the filter does. Right, but before we actually get into the specifics of it, please head on over to our YouTube channel and make sure to hit the subscribe button and click the bell icon. And if you want to stay updated on the hottest trends in the cryptocurrency market, you can also follow us on Twitter at FXSCrypto. Right, if you like what I do, you can follow me on Twitter at market with a 0 at the end. Right, so let's get back to the screener. Right, this is a really good tool that Sandman provides. Right now, what I've done is I've added the volume change for the last 24 hours, for the last 7 days, daily active addresses change for the last day, social volume change in the last day and last 7 days. Right, there's MVRV 30-day, MVRV 1 year, and the exchange inflow. So the main metric that we're going to be focusing on is volume, because a lot of the times the price pump is often preceded by volume. So it's better to take a look at the volume, right? So for now, filtering the volume based on the highest volume spike, you can see that Chronos, although Tether, we're not going to be considering the stable coin, so let's just move on from Chronos. There's Render Privacy Token, and then we have HXRO, right? I'm not going to use HXRO because there's no futures here on FTX or probably even on Binance, so I'm just going to take Tron. So these are the three coins that we're going to be discussing. So let's take a quick look at the volume. Volume has risen 391% over the last day, and there's quite a bit of spike for all the three coins here over the last week. So over the last week, you can so this gives you an idea that there has been a considerable amount of interest in people trading, investing, whatever, with this particular coin on exchanges. But let's move on to the daily active addresses. Right? If you look at Chronos, the daily active addresses has spiked 83% over the last 24 hours, and over the last the social volume is also spiked 41%. So there's not just volume increasing or like for the past day or for the past 7 days. There's also interested investors that are actively interacting with the blockchain, and that are also actively like there's a lot of discussions about Chronos in the market. So let's take a look at Chronos first, and then move on to Render and Tron. Right, so on a 1 day time frame, you can see Chronos has breached the support level here, 0.32. But you can see after reaching a low of 0.3089, there was a considerable amount of buying, which has left this really big wick to the bottom, right? Whenever that happens, it usually indicates that there's a lot of buying pressure and that the buyers are kind of defending that particular level. And when this happened here, price rallied. You can see here as well, there was a lot of buyback happening. But if you look at the overall trend, it was a downtrend. So I think there was no support as well. So I think buying here would have been a mistake. So with that in mind, let's head on over to the 3 time frame. Right, so we've reached this demand zone that would have been here. So this is bad, right? You need the price to recover above this level here, 0.316 as quickly as possible, or else this will be converted into a breaker. In which case, what we can expect is the price to form some sort of a base somewhere around here, right? Form a base here and then make a move higher, and then you reject it here. This is your opportunity to short, and you will short it down to this level here. Or if you get some sort of a base somewhere around here, you could just put profits around here. Right? This is a bearish scenario that could happen, but for now, let's stay away from predicting too far into the future because it increases the uncertainty. But on a daily time frame, there is a chance the price could come down to 0.23. So as long as we stay below the support level here at 0.32, I don't see any bullish outlook for Chronos. Right? Let's see if there's on a 4-hour time frame. You can see there was a massive down candles I was seeing here. So there is a fair value gap up to this point. So you can expect Chronos to see some sort of an uptrend up to this level here at 0.34. From the current position, this would be a quick 11% upswing that you can expect from Chronos in the coming days. Right. That's honestly what I see for Chronos. Not a lot happening for Chronos from a longer term perspective. But like I mentioned, right, if we do not recover above the 0.32 support level, sorry, 0.316 support level, I think there's a good chance price could continue heading lower to fill the fair value gap formed somewhere between 3rd November and 7th November. Right, here we have the support levels at 0.23 and 0.20. Anywhere between these two levels is where you can expect the prices from a base and then reverse back to 0.32, which is where you would be shorting, because it would this failure to recover right now would create a bearish break here. So that's pretty much it, guys. Let's move on to the next coin, which is Render. Okay, so we are currently on a historical support level. The price dipped below the support level here and is attempting a recovery on a daily time frame. But as you can see here, as price moved into this particular supply zone here and this particular supply zone here, there was quite a bit of sell-off that took place here. So although there was 32% upswing in Render token yesterday, the price faced a massive supply zone extending from 1.8 to $2.1, which has led to rejection. And right now the price is currently hovering around this support level here, which extends from roughly 1.5 to 1.58, 1.56 to 1.58. So as long as we stay above the support level, I don't see any downside. But if we do break this, there's a good chance price could head down to 1.16. It's nowhere the price hasn't already been, so you can expect some sort of consolidation between these two ranges between weeks, right? But once you get it close above $2.17, I think there's a fair value gap here. So the price could head up to $2.4. As for the downside, it's capped at 1.16. Let's take a look at the next coin, which is Tron. Right, there has been quite a bit of discussions about Tron on finance. Yeah, as discussed in the top gainers, right, guys, the outlook for Tron is pretty simple. It formed a range extending from 0.05 to 0.07. So far, the price has stayed between the upper limit and the midpoint, which is 0.061. And yesterday, Tron rallied 13%, but on a lower time perspective, there is a chance the price could come back down to this demand zone extending from 0.067 to 0.068. Right, that's one way the price could react to this resistance level here at 0.0. The range high here at 0.071. Right, so yeah, expect. For me, like, although in the top gainers video, I explained two scenarios. The first scenario is if the price stayed above the range high at 0.071, there's a good chance it could form some sort of a base above it. Then it could go higher to probably 0.08. The second scenario included retracement to this demand zone here, extending from 0.067 to 0.068. And personally, I think I would wait for this scenario rather than long from where it is right now. So yeah, the upside cap at 0.083 and the downside, if we get a breakdown of this demand zone here, there's a good chance price could come all the way down to 0.064. So that is pretty much it for the screener, guys. Make sure to keep a close eye on these coins here, which is Chronos, Render, and Tron. As for the top gainers, I explained in the previous video. If you haven't, please go and check it out. All the top gainers have a really good outlook and could continue surging this week as well. So if you enjoyed this analysis, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.